Hello guys, this is Movie Lover and welcome to this Movie Lover world. Today we have a short retelling of the movie called Survival Island. Jack and Jennifer decide to spend Christmas with friends on a luxury yacht in the waters of the Caribbean. They become witnesses of a quarrel between one of Manuel's crew members and their hot-tempered chosen one. In a fit of rage, the man hits the girl, and she decides to leave finally, uttering the words of the curse. Depressed Manuel, with irritation and with great reluctance, fulfills the whims of the guests throughout the evening. Manuel is not imbued with sympathy for Jack from the very beginning because the man did not miss the opportunity to publicly humiliate him that same evening. Manuel's former chosen one continues to induce his curse with the help of black magic. While making love, Jack saw for a few seconds an image of the girl's curse being cast. The next morning, while fishing, Jack begins to get annoyed with the beer being served too long, finally bringing drinks to Jack. Manuel annoys Jack with his behavior in retaliation for last night. This behavior is not to Jack's taste and he hints to the captain to calm his sailor. Because of this, Manuel and the captain of the ship have a verbal skirmish. Manuel demands respect from the guests and says that he will not allow some scoundrel to trample on his own dignity. The captain asks the sailor to be patient as the guests pay very well for the service. The man does not intend to restrain himself and the captain says that he will land the guy in the nearest port. Enraged by what happened, Manuel throws a rag and does not notice how it falls on a gas stove and lights up. Soon the fire covers the entire yacht, and the crew members are rapidly evacuated to the lifeboat. At night during a storm, the heroes are wrecked on boats and lose sight of each other. Waking up on the shore of a desert island, Jennifer notices the body of the captain in the water, pulling him to land. She tries to reanimate the owner of the burned-out yacht, but her attempts remain as even as those of Manuel, who also turns out to be thrown out on the same island. Jennifer and Emmanuel bury the captain and start building a shelter to wait for the rescue team without dying. The next day, Jennifer takes off her bathing suit and goes for a swim. Manuel joins her. In the water, the couple has a tense dialogue and a naked beauty comes ashore, and the sailor stares at her charms. At night, feelings begin to awaken between them. During the next swim in search of food, Manuel finds an injured Jack near the reef and helps him get to the hut. Jennifer's efforts to build a fire for cooking are crowned with success as Jack turns out to be a lighter. From the moment of his appearance, Jack increasingly begins to suspect Manuel and his wife Jennifer of intimacy. Jack also hints that it was Manuel who could set up the wreck of the yacht. On the basis of all this, mutual enmity develops quite quickly among men. Due to justified jealousy, the relationship of the spouses also becomes more and more tense. During the next swim for food, Jack asks Manuel to take Jennifer with him. The girl tried to refuse, but the insistence of her husband makes the lady agree. Jack also asks Jennifer to hold Manuel on the reef to supposedly be alone and mourn his tragically dead friends. Upon returning from the reef, they noticed that Jack ruined the hut and made a separate shed for Manuel, and he also dug up the body of the deceased yacht captain, ruining his grave and acquiring a knife. During dinner, Jack does not miss the opportunity to once again hurt Manuel, and he breaks down because he no longer intends to endure humiliation. Jack swears that upon returning from the island he will make Manuel's life unbearable, to which the guy promises that he will make hell for Jack right here on the island. Jennifer breaks down on her husband because they won't last a day without Manuel's skills to get food. As a result, he and Jennifer get food with great difficulty because their skill is limited only to the capture of a small mollusk. While Manuel replenishes his stocks with fresh fish while Jack is hunting on the reef, Jennifer starts a conversation with Manuel about what happened, during which a man confesses his feelings to a girl and then offers to treat himself to fish in exchange for a kiss. Jennifer refuses because she is afraid that her husband will find out about this and consider her a traitor. Manuel treats Jennifer to dinner without any kiss and vows that it will remain between them. Accepting the offer, the girl treats herself to fish and, after a sign of gratitude, still gives Manuel a kiss on the cheek. On his return from fishing, Jack discovers traces of a fire and the remains of a fish on a stick. He begins to suspect Jennifer that she went to feed it. Manuel, the girl, at first adheres to the idea that she did not take anything and the remains of the fish on the stick remained from the last time. Jack does not believe her words and the girl decides to say that she quietly stole the fish from the sailor. Husband, in the words of a woman, is believed with great difficulty. During another sea hunt, Jack notices that Manuel has lit a fire and suspects the sailor of stealing his lighter. This leads to a fight between the men, which Jennifer tries to break up. Manuel draws a spear which stops Jack. A man takes a fish from an extinguished fire for supposedly stolen fire and leaves it alone. The next day Jack steals Manuel's goggles. Noticing the loss, he vows to kill Jack, but Jennifer tries to stop him and the guy takes out his anger on the girl. He tried to take possession of her and he easily succeeded because Jennifer did not even resist after intimacy with Manuel. Jennifer regrets this and she refuses the man's offer to move to him under a canopy. Also, the girl begs him not to tell Jack what happened. He answers the request with promises but warns that Jack will guess because, according to him, not only women can feel. Upon his return from fishing, Jack brags to Jennifer about his catch. In return, she says that Manuel was angry because of the theft of glasses and intended to kill Jack, but she stopped him. The husband could understand by the look and speech of his wife how she calmed the sailor. An angry Jack drags Jennifer by the hair into Manuel's hut. A man tries to comfort a heartbroken Jennifer. The next day Jack goes hunting deep into the island and then builds an underwater mask for fishing from various means and disappears from sight for a long time. This haunts Jennifer, but Manuel decides to distract her with dancing. Jack, meanwhile, in search of food, discovers a sunken boat and pulls it ashore. He refuses Manuel's offer of help in fixing the boat. Jack intends to set sail and leave the island the next day. Jennifer dissuades him because it is obviously suicide to swim to no one knows where, but the man does not listen to her. At night, Manuel invites Jennifer to swim in the sea under the moon. She agrees after Jack tried to slander her by telling Manuel that Jennifer was ready to give herself to him for the opportunity to sail away on a boat. While bathing, Jennifer and Manuel make love again. In the process, the girl offers to steal Jack's boat while he sleeps, and in case she wakes up she hints to Manuel that he should kill him. The plan to capture the boat is eventually carried out the next morning. Manuel will be Jennifer and offers to sail now because Jack went to the other side of the island to hunt and this is the best chance to leave the island. The hijacking of the boat is successful, despite Jack's attempts to stop them, but after sailing far enough the boat begins to sink. Seeing the whole, Jennifer realizes that it was Jack's vile ploy with which he wanted to deal with them. Unable to cope with the problem, Jennifer and Manuel begin to swim back to the island where Jack meanwhile burns the hut to the ground and waits for the couple. The man hits the newly returned Manuel with a spear in the back, after which the wounded man manages to hide in the water. Jack ties up his now ex-wife and takes her captive. Manuel comes to the aid of Jennifer. He gets into a deadly fight with Jack while the girl is desperately trying to free herself and help her new lover, which she succeeds in the end. Jack escapes from the fire during the fight and Manuel uses this to escape with Jennifer. The next day the girl washes Manuel's wounds and offers to hide. He refuses and plans to make a weapon to end Jack. He in turn is taken to hunt down the hated couple. The movement of the Jack is dictated by the witch from the pier, who in parallel dance around her pentagram, directing him on the right path. Through voodoo rituals, Jack quickly finds Manuel and Jennifer hiding in a tree. He throws a spear at them and Manuel falls down. To save her lover, Jennifer jumps from a tree to Jack and in a fit of a fight tries to stab him. The wounded guy picked up a stone with which he wanted to kill Jack, but at the same time loses his balance and dies falling on a spear, repeating the movement of the voodoo doll of the former girl. A year passes and a sleeping Jennifer is found by a family of tourists. Taking her to the yacht, Jennifer takes Jack's slider, who at that time was hunting on the reef. The girl is silent from Jack so that he remains on the island all alone. The man notices how Jennifer leaves the island with a lighter, leaving her ex-husband without a fire. This is where the movie ends. Thanks for watching to the end. Movie Lover will meet you again with new story till take care.